And welcome back to the 2019 Kickball Circuit Cup Championship here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Patty Cullum alongside of Avery Floyd, and we are about to start our fifth and final featured pool play game of the day. In this matchup, out of Denver, Colorado, we've got the Lot Lizards, ranked number 13, against Pitch Intense out of Boston, Massachusetts. They are ranked number 8. Lot Lizards made it to 3 events in 2019. They were 4-0 in pool play at the, looks like the Sin City Kickball Classic. They were knocked out in the Final Four. At the Dallas Kickball Open, they were 1-2-1 in pool play. Not a great pool play record, but they did get to the Final Four in that one. And in the DC Kickball Open, they were 1-3 in pool play, did not make it out. Pitch Intense out of Boston, a little bit stronger showing. They actually made it to 4 events this year. They were 2-2 at the Palm Beach Kickball Open, knocked out in the round of 12. Savannah Kickball Open, 3-1 in pool play, made it to the round of 16. At the Atlantic City Kickball Open, arguably their home-ish tournament, at least the closest one to where they all live, 2-2 in pool play, knocked out in the round of 8. And at the DC Kickball Open, 2-1-1 in pool play, knocked out in the round of 8. This should be a fun and interesting game. Pitch Intense, a little bit more of a conventional team. Some decent precision with what they're doing, both offensively and defensively. The main story of Pitch Intense is, of course, Thomas Hale, their starting charger. He was one of the nominations for Male MVP of the Year. I don't think he ended up winning it, but he is certainly a playmaker, a game changer, solid position player at charger. Although arguably speaking, he should not have gotten the MVP nomination. I think his arm should have gotten the MVP nomination. He's got one way of a throw from the opposite side of the field, just a cannon. On the flip side, though, we have Lot Lizards. Lot Lizards out of Denver. They used to be one of those teams that it was always fun to see them in pool play because when they were new, they were a little bit rocky. They'd get beat up a little bit, and they used to be tagged as an easy win. That has changed over the past couple of years. They have practiced, settled in, shored up their roster a little bit, and they are a solid, strong squad. But the other thing that's notable is they are weirdos. They've got a couple of people at the top of the lineup who will likely lay down some bunts and get some good speed going. But beyond that, they'll just get out and kick weird. On paper, Pitch Intense should have this game. But that said, the Lot Lizards are such a scrappy, strange bunch that, look for some strange things to happen and see if they can't pull something off against this strong Boston team. So it looks like Lot Lizards are home. I don't know if they won or lost the Rochambeau or rock, paper, scissors to those who are not bilingual and speak French. So Pitch Intense will be kicking first. And aforementioned MVP Thomas Hale, or MVP nominee Thomas Hale, in addition to all of his duties at charger, appears to be leading off for Pitch Intense.
Look at the stash. Oh, look at him stroking it.
Let's go, PI!
Pitch Intense with a strong crasher, Matt Graffam.
Make it work.
I'm sorry, not Pitch Intense, Lot Lizards. Good Lord. I'm losing track of which team to switch already.
Wow.
Because
they got their jerseys on.
And they're wearing different colors. I understand that, but I'm getting kickball color blindness. I don't see color, Avery.
Last game, we was playing skins of our shirts.
That's true, we were. Yeah, last game, the starting pitcher for Hazard decided to start without a jersey on, which was certainly distracting to those of us in the booth, but did not seem to have much of an effect on their opponents in the game.
Please stop doing it. Please stop, if you could please stop doing it so that we can.
What are you playing now? Blackout? Good luck.
A little bit of a lull before the game as everybody figures out what they're doing. Don't know what the confusion is, though. We're playing kickball.
We have no blue on the field. He finally is here.
All right, we've got some officials.
How many grains of sand around Myrtle Beach?
Getting into position. Umps finally look to be getting into position. We are moments away from this game starting.
So, yeah, here I go again with my predictions. I say 3-3 tie. Last game of pool play,
Well,
I got a 3-3 tie.
We've already seen 2 ties here on the featured field today. We know that ties are boring, although I take it back. The last game we saw, the 2-2 tie between Hasbrook Sign, that was a great deal of fun.
So, again, on TV, on screen, I got another tie.
And here we go. Game's about to start. First pitch lining up to come down.
Look outside, that's a ball count.
Tom Hale takes a wide ball to the right.
Usually the pitchers try to get it over the plate on the first
They
pitch.
do. They do. First pitch is usually an easy strike. Tom Hale looking for the 1 bounce ball, and he gets it. So 2 balls, no strikes. Pitcher is checking to make sure that the plate is in the correct spot. He apparently did not like the fact that that was a 1 bounce ball. Third ball out to the left. Ooh, wait, no. Apparently that was called a strike.
Well, I see.
Or a
if
ball. Oh, goodness.
If you talk to the ref, you'll get any call you want, huh?
That's a good point. So 2-1. Everybody was a little flummoxed by that one. And Thomas Hale takes a long shot to lead things off.
So why did he lead off?
Sean Tadgle out in left center. Makes the easy catch on the pop-up. A little bit of shuffle foot, but 1 out. Coming up now is Jimmy Henn for Pitch Intense. First pitch comes in, catches the backside of the strike zone. Call the strike. It's actually a good curveball to get it to cut in at the back of the strike zone there. And Henn lays down a bunt, picked up and just safe at first base.
Great spin throw by the back catcher. It was real close. I wish they could see the instant replay because we about to watch it. And I'd say he was safe.
Solid play by catcher Jeremy Wagner, a.k.a. Warwolf, just a bit short, and that does indeed look like a safe call and the correct call. But holy cow, what a play. Jim Jenkins lays down a bunt, a little bit of traffic hiccup for the Lot Lizards, and now we've got runners on first and second for Pitch Intense with 1 out.
Anywhere but third base right here. I'm kicking it out over first base to Vance, the runner. But you should bunt down 1 right here.
Well, Nate Ribello is their 4 kicker, which is typically the cleanup kicker. Pitcher adjusting a little bit to his outfield, making sure all the holes are covered.
It's way outside on the first pitch.
Also wide to the right, so 2 balls on Nate Ribello. Comes in, catches the zone with a nice speedy straight ball. 2-1 to Ribello. Little shanker on the left-hand side. Pitcher's a little slow off the mound, not able to pick it up in time.
He looked a little lackadaisical. He should know it would have been a force out at 3. That was an easy play on him, but he was a little late.
Graffam in the Charger spot correctly gets over to third base, but yeah, pitcher's just a bit slow off the mound. So now we've got bases juiced, 1 out.
Think a grand slam could be it.
Mike Sadler, we could see the salami here. Let's see how well he gets a foot on the ball. We haven't seen a really successful long ball kick. I mean, the first big kick we saw was from the leadoff, and that was just a little dish to the and there's the shank. And he pulls the double play. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no infield fly rule in kickball. So with bases loaded, Matt Graffam sees the shank pop up coming to him, wisely makes the choice to let the ball ground, thus creating the 4 in all 4 places, tags the runner on third, touches third base to get the out for the runner coming to second. Some people would say it is not the classiest of plays, but hey, this is high intense competition. $10,000 are on the line. You take whatever advantage you can get. So after half an inning, no score, and we are coming into the bottom of the first inning, and the Lot Lizards are coming up to kick. It looks like Sadler will be taking the pitching duties for Pitch Intense. Have to be a little bit disappointed having a spectacular bases loaded 1-out situation and not able to convert a run. But that does speak to Lot Lizard's pitcher a little bit. Pitch Intense able to get some decent bunts down, but certainly not able to get a good kick on the ball. A couple of shanks in a row. And thus no score for Pitch Intense. Leading off for Lot Lizards, Sean Tadgill lets the strike go by. Tommy Hale at the Charger position for Pitch Intense, and Jeff Millo at catcher. Sean lays down a bunt that is not fair.
I can't wait to see this Charger throw this ball to one. That guy got a cannon. And I hope Blue be super geek on calling her out.
Not able to get his full foot on the ball right there. Sean leaves it short, and we are at 0-3. No balls, 3 strikes with the leadoff kicker here in the bottom of the first inning.
He about to hit it with a 1-bounce pitch close to him. He ain't gonna swing. Good bunt.
Little bunt right up the middle, but easily picked up by Jeff Millo and dished out to first for the first out. A little bit of a quick discussion.
Let your runners know they need to get over quicker, because if he'd been safe, he would have been out because of running violation. Let your runners know.
A little bit of a discussion from the home plate ump. Regardless of the timing and the play, Sean was a little bit late getting to the right-hand side of that runner's lane, so he would have been out either way, stayed in the fair territory just a little bit too long. Next up for Lot Lizards, and the number 2 kicker. The only information we've got in front of us is his name is Mudflap for the win, with the nickname 8 Ball. Got a bunch of odd nicknames, but no real name. I'd love to see how he signs autographs or endorses checks. If I'm a bank, I don't know if I'm taking a check endorsed by Mudflap for the win.
Nickname 8 Ball.
Nickname 8 Ball. Little pop bunt right there. Tommy Hale comes in from the Charger spot, goes to his knees to slurp the ball up, and an easy, quick 2 outs for Pitch Intense.
He definitely trying to get on ESPN. I like it.
Next up is Nicholas Hunt. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Mike Sadler's doing pretty well on the mound right now. Sadler working the other side of the mound, not quite catching the strike zone, but certainly enough to keep a kicker a bit confused. Little shot to the right side, and just magnificently caught by Kelly of Pitch Intense in right field. It looks like she almost got a little bit too far in on that ball, had to reach way overhead, and is able to keep both hands on it for a lovely snag.
She got them grippers.
She does. So going into the top of the second inning, still no score. Pitch intense coming back to the plate. And Lot Lizards appear to be changing up their pitching duties and are now handing it off to John Graffam. I wonder if there's any relation to Matt Graffam, Pitch Intense's Charger. A lot of siblings, a lot of married couples play kickball. Now, as we go into the top of this second inning, I'm sure a lot of you at home are hearing what seems to be a fairly consistent clapping noise from the sidelines. That would be Tasty Cakes, a.k.a. that's JJ for Pitch Intense. And, well, he's a loud, exuberant fellow, likes to clap a lot, likes to chatter, and certainly takes a little bit of effort to tune him out at times. He also appeared to be covering the backstop duties for Pitch Intense last inning. And Nicholas Hunt all of a sudden has 3 strikes on him here in the top of the second inning. John Graffam doing a pretty good job at the mound. Weird little bloop single. Just lands. Matt Graffam in the Charger position, able to get a hand on it, but not enough for the catch, and certainly not enough to make a play at first. So one of those weirdo little singles, but Pitch Intense will take it, gets him on base, and gets them started here in the top of the second inning.
I do the same thing. I want to see if the Charger can make any plays. He's frustrated with his first baseman because they wasn't on the bag. He still think he had a chance of throwing it at 1. I don't think he had a chance.
I don't think he did either. Ted Merchant up now for Pitch Intense. And he now has 3 balls. We're looking at a red light situation here. You know he's just going to stand and watch the ball come in, because if it is a ball, that is a 2-base walk. And no, he actually goes for the play. And Nicholas Hunt for Lot Lizards comes out, picks up the ball, tries to make the play to first, but is just a little bit off balance, a little bit on his back foot, not able to get a good throw to first.
I think he caught him off guard.
I don't think anybody was expecting him to swing on that one. I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't think he was alert. Oh,
good bunt
perfect.
at the first base line. That's going to be great for a sack. And Hunt is not able to pick the ball up to try for the play at first. So now,
perfect
all of a
squeeze down
sudden,
one. Yes.
Pitch Intense, playing the kickball script, manages to not only get runners on, but successfully moves the runners into a bases loaded, no out situation. Coming up to kick for Pitch Intense is Jeff Millo. Lets the first pitch go by. Called strike, but not the one he wanted. A little bit too much on the inside. If he tried to put a foot on that one would have shanked. There's the shot he wants. Again, a shank,
and it's down.
but a perfect little
it's
spot
down.
in right field. That's going to give 1 run across. And Millo's going to be safe at first. So Pitch Intense strikes first, gets themselves a run. And now the bases are still loaded, still no outs. Coming up to kick is Anthony Frenchick, a.k.a. Legatron, with a wonderful long ball to right field. It's over, everybody. Here we go. Runners are running. Runs are scoring. Boom. 1 run for Pitch Intense. Boom. 2 runs for Pitch Intense. A 2-run shot for Pitch Intense's resident dad bod. Beautiful launch to right field. Burns everybody. Could have been more damage than it actually was. Fortunately, Lot Lizards were able to get in, get the ball, and prevent even more damage from being done. However, no outs, runners on second and third. 2 runs have already scored. And coming up to kick now is Becca Lewis for Pitch Intense,
a.k.a. Superwoman.
She decides to take the shot. Boom, ball is caught, and they're making the runner goes from third. Easily gets in on the tag up. Anthony Frenchick holds at second. So Lot Lizards finally get an out in this inning, but not without giving up another run. Score is currently 4-0, 1 out. That's a dangerous run from third base when the ball is that shallow in left field. Good little bunt. Hunt picks it up, gets the out at first.
That was perfect form on that bunt.
It was. Only problem was grounded into the ground a little bit too much, so you bounced up. Easy play for the catcher for the out. But does the trick by moving Frenchak to third. So now we've got another runner in scoring position. 2 outs already. But this does give a chance.
Legatron is over at third base having a little fun for the camera.
Legatron strikes me as the kind of guy that all he does is has a little bit of fun.
He changed.
Decent shot to left field, and it's
Oh!
over! It's over! Left field is playing in a little bit too much, and boom! An RKI double! I wish I knew who that was. She doesn't have a number on her jersey. Just a mysterious player. Just came in off the street. Nobody knows who she is. Came in, put on a blue and yellow jersey, said, to heck with it. Let me kick an RKI double. Give you guys one more run. So now the score is 5-0. Just getting word that is Amy. Amy Lundberg, apparently. Goes by the nickname of Cadillac.
Cadillac. That was smooth.
That was.
A
that
good
was.
ride. She took it for a good cruise.
She did. She did.
Oh, good leg.
Good leg by Aaron Freeman, but picked up by Sean. And, well, that's
a 5-banger in that inning.
5-banger in that inning. Lot Lizards can't be too happy with that. That's a pretty tough deficit to come down and giving up 5 runs in the top of the second inning. Holy cow. This game got out of control early.
Get Cadillac a cold drink.
Right?
God, that was big time.
It was. But, perfect situation and, perfect execution for that situation.
We got Tasty Cakes out here trying to get shout-outs to his mom.
All right, Jim Jenkins standing on the mound now for pitch intense.
So they changing up pitching?
Of course. Every inning, change the pitcher. Why not? We got Matt Graffam leading off
it's
for
still pool play.
Lot Lizards. It is still pool play.
So why not?
Yeah.
Then you up 5-0. You got room to spare.
At this point, I would expect to see Lot Lizards maybe start to try and get a little bit weird.
They going for the books.
Make something happen. There does seem to be some discussion. I don't know if there's subs happening over on the sidelines or if there's discussion of kicking order. But looks like maybe discrepancy about the score, which we've got 5 on our screen. I don't know if that screen's accurate, but that's the information we've got. It seems accurate, but there could be something of a discrepancy, so there's discussion about it on the sidelines. We'll see how long this one goes. 2 games ago, we had about a 10-minute discussion about a rule interpretation. This little rhubarb looks like it's going a little bit faster, which is nice, because I'm sure as enjoyable as it is for them to sit around and looking at a piece of paper and arguing, it's boring for the rest of us. If I wanted to watch somebody read, I'd go look at my grandfather reading the newspaper. Avery, a newspaper is what the internet used to be before we had electricity. Just a little dig at the age difference between my co-anchor and myself. I'm 1,000,000 years old. He could be my son.
And I still won't read the newspaper.
Matt Graffam takes a ball and lays down a halfway decent bunt, picked up by the catcher, and
bang play.
Called safe. Bang play. Looks like both umps agreed that it was safe. Pitch intense, looking for maybe a little bit of an overturn, but I think I'm going to agree with that safe call. Great bunt by Matt. Oh, he's there. That's going to be a tie. Yep, that's a great call by the umps. A great bunt by Matt Graffam. Great running by him. He's going to be exhausted.
Great throw.
Coming up now, Jeremy Wagner, the Warwolf. He's definitely the solid part of the weirdo part of Lot Lizards. And even though he's got a runner on first with no outs, there's a really good chance he's just going to kick the ball away, see if he can make something weird happen. He's got a good long bomb. But as we see from the big kickers, they do occasionally suffer from popping the ball up. So we'll see what he chooses to do here. The idea of protecting the base runner not necessarily super important at this point because, well, one run's not going to make a difference either way. He needs to get a little bit strange, a little bit weird, a little bit exciting to see if Lot Lizards can fight their way back into this ball game. Just catches the corner on that pitch, so 2-2 count.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna pretty good. I'm probably just gonna do vodka and splash of
And there's the shot to the left side, makes it
kick.
over, and Matt Graffam, knowing the tendency of his kickers, was certainly off the bag, not waiting for a bunt. Took the few steps to read if it was going to land, saw that it was going to land, safely got to second base.
Good job, Jared.
Well, they making a run. First two up, first two on.
Exactly, and this is where Lot Lizards really do shine. I mean, as I mentioned at the beginning, they don't necessarily have the precision of the script of a lot of kickball teams, or some kickball teams, but they do have players who can play, they've got ballers who can ball, and they can get just weird enough to certainly make some things happen, and that's what they are doing here in the bottom of this second inning.
But I just say go out there and do what you do best.
Right.
And if kicking out is what you do, that's what I would do. Forget the bunt.
You know what? If you don't have it, particularly against the likes of Tommy Hale at the charger position and Milo at the catcher spot, certainly doing a solid enough job. So, you know, why not just put the ball out in the field, see if you can make something happen?
See, they was back to make a change.
And then they said no. A little bit of a psych job by Pitch Intense's defense. And a little bunt up first base, which is spectacular. Moves some runners over, out at first, but does successfully move the runners around, which now gives us John Graffam up to kick, one down.
And if he leave it on the ground right here, 1 point don't hurt you. I would take that out at one.
Absolutely,
It'd be 2 outs.
absolutely. You know that that Pitch Intense, their only job right now is to try and plate some outs.
And like I say, 5 points is a comfortable lead. One point in, just get the second out at one. Look like he got a big foot though, so he going to look like he left foot.
Yeah, he does. He's lining up in the left foot spot. Well, let's see what happens here.
I don't know why he got a sleeve on.
Left foot shank to the left-handed side.
Why would you wear a Jordan sleeve in kickball?
Because other than Muhammad Ali, Jordan was the greatest.
But a sleeve?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't exactly wear the Air Jordan basketball shoes playing kickball, particularly on this turf.
Oh, they got cleats. Because he did play baseball.
And a little shot to the left-hand side, right to a leaping Tommy Hale for the second out. John Graffam trying to get something going by kicking the ball directly to the charger. That's not going to help your cause there, Lot Lizards.
And
well, let's see if Torrey Wood can do a little bit better. 2 outs, runners on second and third. Watches a one bounce pitch in come from Jim Jenkins.
just missed that
Just
corner.
inside
Just missed it.
by inches.
That was a good call.
It was a good call. I like this one for telling him how close it was, too. Boom, there's the shot again to Tommy Hale. Look, I know we've talked about the athleticism and the cannon of Tom Hale, but if you just keep kicking the ball to him to catch, well, A, it's not going to help your cause offensively for Lot Lizards, and B, it's not going to be interesting to watch. We want to see him throw the ball, not just catch the ball.
Keep that ball on the ground.
Or kick it over the infield.
Or-
Well, either one works. Don't kick it directly to the infield.
And don't kick it to him.
Don't kick it to him. Do not kick it to him. Alas, Lot Lizards, they keep gritting their teeth. I mean, I will say this, mentally, they are not out of the game. They're still fighting. And you can certainly tell when a team kind of gives up a little bit. They have not given up yet.
But with one out, I need that point. Give
Absolutely.
me something. Give me
You
something.
need something. You
Give
need
me
something.
something. 1 out, I need that runner. It's a run on third with 1 out. I need that. They left money on the field.
They did. So our pitcher for Lot Lizards, I'm not exactly sure who this is. He's got an odd number on the back of his jersey. I believe it's Casey Sullivan, a.k.a. Sasquatch, but I am not sure. He certainly looks a little Sasquatchy. I was wrong. That is not Sasquatch. I have no idea who's pitching for Lot Lizards. But he does have a whee of a mustache. Tommy Hale in the leadoff spot again decides to kick the ball to Sean Tagdell again. And that is exactly what we saw at the top of the first inning. Come on, people. We saw that play before. Deja vu. It's like seeing the same thing over and over again.
Lead off, you need the bunt. Kicking out is not working for him.
It is not. Hard to believe that guy was nominated as an MVP when he can't get on base.
You got to lay that ball down.
All right, Jimmy Henn now up for pitch intense. There's a bunt, but it's not a fair bunt. So that's not a good bunt. I mean, it wasn't horrible. I've seen better. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Does a bunt again, picks it up. Matt Graffam. Great quick release on the chest pass. Magnificent play by Matt Graffam.
Good reach from first base. Hands out, spread out, anything but a split.
That is perfect. Great play for the second out, which leads us to Jim Jenkins for pitch intense. 2 outs here, 5-0 in the top of the third. He's swinging away. He's not bunting. Told you, but he gets this beautiful sweet spot
and he's
right
going
in the
anyway.
mid zone. He's going anyway, just going to run himself into an out, gives himself up. That's one of those situations where when you've got 2 out and you're at that part of the lineup, that's the double or nothing situation. Either I'm getting safely to second base or you're getting me out.
And I'm also up 5-0.
That's true.
Get
That's
me
true.
out.
Yeah.
Get this game out the way.
Well, and I'm surprised Jim actually made the effort to run that far because now he's going back to the pitcher's mound. He's tiring himself out. Come on, Jim. You got a long day ahead of you. Or at least 2 more innings of this game. I have no idea what Pitch Intense's record are, if they're on track to make it out into the elimination round. All right, now we have our mysterious Lot Lizard player coming up to kick right now. It's the Roman numeral 3. If anybody from Lot Lizards is listening, please come tell me who this guy is. He's another mysterious player. Although we know Pitch Intense's mysterious lady did a heck of a kick. J3 Cornetet, that's Jeff Cornetet, I believe.
Yeah,
Who nice little grounder up on the right hand or left hand side, kicked it to the shortstop, but successfully got to first base. So again, scrappy Lot Lizards still trying to make something happen, not giving up on this game yet, and that leads us to Cameron Cox coming up to kick. Trying to lay down the bunt, gets a little bit over the top of it for a foul ball strike. Count is 1-1 to Cameron Cox. Little bloop bunt.
Got him out at 1.
Jimmy Henn filling in for the Charger duties right now for Thomas Hill, giving Tommy a bit of a break. Crossing the lane, easy pickup and dish to first base for the out, but it does move Cornetet to second base. Now it looks like we've got Jennifer Wagner up to kick. Oh, no, everybody's, the ups are getting together to talk about something. They seem to agree on everything. And yes, called out at first. Not sure what the question discrepancy was there. They didn't necessarily look that close. But perhaps there's some subtlety that we missed. And kickball is a very subtle game, Avery.
And I think they was calling the encroachment on the Charger.
Ah, gotcha. Or looking for the encroachment on the Charger,
Yes.
but apparently did not get it.
Blue didn't see it. Good play then.
So 1 down to Jennifer Wagner. Little pop bunt on the right-hand side. Easy dish from catcher to first base. Does move Cornetet around to third.
Again, a situation here. He's trying to find a gap, but I think they're going to leave some more money on the field.
I think they might. We've got Zach Smith, a.k.a. ZZ. ZZ has no top. See what I did there? Yeah. Sometimes you do the best you can with what you've got, folks. Nice little shot. Looks like it's up the center. That is down. No, that is caught. Oh, my goodness. I thought that was grounded for a run. First base ump indicates the ball was grounded, but everybody's going to get together and talk about it. Let's look at the replay, see if we can see if that ball went down. It is.
That's a catch. That is a catch.
But the umps say that they saw it grounded. They saw it hit the ground. Let's see.
Oh, his arm is under that ball. That is a catch. His arm is under that ball. That is a catch.
I tell you this, though, I would not. That's not one that you can blame the. I mean, if that is indeed wrong, you can't blame the umps for it because holy cow, we had to watch it 3 times in slow motion just to figure out what was going on. So, through a bit of that oddball play, Lot Lizards plates a run. We'll see if it has an effect on the outcome of the game. They're still down 4 runs. Laura O'Brien up to kick now. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Little pop-up comebacker right to the pitcher. So 3 outs, 1 person left on. Certainly a bit of question. Let's see if we can get a look at that catch again. You know, especially in kickball, there are plays where it gets to the point you can't necessarily argue the call one way or another on things that are so close. Most of the time, those plays happen at first base. Sometimes it happens with catches like that in the outfield. I tend to agree with you, Avery. I think that was a catch, but just based on everything, I certainly can't fault the umps for making the call that they did.
And the defense tried to sell it.
They did?
By celebrating.
Exactly.
I celebrated too.
All right, coming in now to the top of the 4th. And we've got Rebello up to kick for Lot Lizards.
But as you see, they up 5-1, and they still got big smiles everywhere on the field.
Oh, yeah. They are – Lot Lizards are currently fairly comfortable with their position in this game. Just a couple of innings to go, and they're in solid position. So here we go. First pitch from Renata. And Rebello trying to go for a little bit of a grounder looper down the left field side, but a little bit too far on the left side as the ball does bounce foul. Cornetet with a little bit of a kind of a wonky pitch. Once upon a time, that was referred to as the duffer, where the first bounce, you're intentionally trying to dig it hard into the ground. That'll kill the momentum. It's a bit of a changeup, certainly kind of a weird pitch. Shot to the right field side. Don't know if it was caught or not. And he goes for the peg, misses it. And Rebello gets second base. There will be discussion to see. Well, nope, does not necessarily look to be any controversy. It seems generally agreed upon.
It was a good attempt at trying to catch it.
Let's see what the replay shows to see if that was a little bit closer. Ooh.
That's the same call they made against the other team, so.
Yeah.
Oh, great leap.
Great leap.
But did he ever touch first?
He came back and touched it before going on to second.
All right.
So, no down. Rebello on second, and that gets us to Mike Sadler for pitch intense, up to kick.
And that's why you never throw the ball at a runner.
Pegging is a dangerous thing in this game. Sadler takes the ball.
He should be a dodgeball king with that leap.
Exactly. But can he make the leap while standing still, or does he have to be running at top speed?
He could have did that standing still.
He probably could have. Sadler watches a strike come in. Should be 1-1 right now. As Cornetet tries to keep the game in reason. Boom, big shank shot on the left-hand side. Caught by the Charger for Lot Lizards. Looks like a fill-in Charger. That is not Matt Graffam. Yeah, little bloop shank, left-hand side. Easy play there for Cameron Cox. Next up, Andrew Mahoney.
Who?
Andrew Mahoney, a.k.a. Honey for pitch intense. One down, still a runner on second.
Honey like bunny.
Goes for a bunt, easily, got a hand on it, but catcher Nicholas Hunt not able to field it cleanly. What could have been a fairly straightforward out at first and advancement of the runner to third. A little bit of a misplay, but it does put runners at second and third, so it does preserve the force out at all three bags on the field. And now Ted Merchant is up to kick. With one out, runners on first and second here in the top of this fourth inning between the Denver Lot Lizards and Pitch Intense out of Boston. Boom, takes a shot to the right-hand side and lands, well, it doesn't land in foul territory. Some people hanging out over there decided to get involved in the game, catch the ball. No interference call necessary because that ball was deep enough. Nobody in right field even had close to a chance to it. So with the 0-1, Ted Merchant looking to plate some more runs for Pitch Intense. Ooh.
J3 is asking for it.
Cornetet wanted that strike, not getting it just outside, according to the home plate ump. That one curved in. Caught it? No. Oh, no. He did well. You know, it's always weird to figure out who the home plate ump is talking down. Is he yelling at the pitcher? Is he yelling at the kicker? So it looks like 1 and 2. Boom, another shot to the right-hand side, and it lands again. So 2 and 2. Boy, the way Ted Merchant is playing right now, he'd do fine in prison. Shank after shank after shank. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, if you shank somebody in prison, that does give you more time in prison. So if you like staying, I guess shank people. Or the ball. Let's see if you can actually get a decent foot on the ball here, put the ball in play. It's a shank, but it is in play. Caught in right field. And runner advances to third. Runner at first sticks around, so now we've got 2 outs. Runners on first and third. And it looks like, well, I couldn't tell you who this is. He's wearing Tom Hale's jersey number. That's not Jimmy Henn. See, this is one of those cases where another.
Robert.
Oh, this is apparently Robert Gibson. Another mysterious player.
Yeah, that's Robert.
First strike called on Robert. Just caught the front corner. Thought it was a ball. Ump thought differently.
Would you call him Bob because his name Robert?
I don't know. Does he like to go with the name Bob? And
whatever his name is.
Robert Bob bloops out to Cameron Cox in the Charger position. And so even though they threatened again, Pitch Intense is not able to put any more runs on the board. So the score remains 5-1 in favor of Pitch Intense. And that's going to bring us to the bottom of the fourth inning, where Lot Lizards are, well, they're about due to get scrappy. Let's get scrappy, Lot Lizards, see if we can score some runs. See if we can get back into this ball game. Pitch Intense decides to throw. It looks like yet another pitcher out on the field. This looks to be Jeff Millo, playing catcher a little bit earlier in the game. Now he's going to throw the ball. Is there anything this man can't do? He's gotten on base. He's run around and scored runs. He was playing catcher, got some outs. He's playing pitcher. You know, I figured out one thing he cannot do. Jeff Millo is incapable of shaving. That's a scruffy fella out there. Not that I have any issues with facial hair, but good Lord, it's 90 some odd degrees with about an 80% humidity. It's too hot to have facial hair. First pitch comes into as a strike to number 49, Tiffany Rapp. T-Rap pops a little bunt foul high enough up that the catcher's beating himself up for not making that catch.
He was a little too fast. It was close to the
A little
shoulder.
too speedy. Ted Merchant, grumpy that he couldn't make that play. And now we are at 0-3. They should have been leading off with Ted Millo because, goodness gracious me, he's got a pretty decent pitch. One would say he has an intense pitch. Oh, see, I spoke too soon. Missed on the outside. Not necessarily a bad pitch for that count, 1-3. You certainly don't want to serve him up something.
But he still got the upper hand.
Oh, absolutely.
And he throw the macaroni.
And there we go. Fourth foul. And Tiffany Rapp is out at the plate. Jeff Millo scores his first out. The rest of the defense just sort of sits back and snoozes. It's Miller time, kids. Drink them if you got them. I don't know if drinking is allowed on this field, so do not drink if it's not allowed. I'm certainly not encouraging anyone to violate any rules or commit any misdemeanors.
But in the after hours.
Absolutely. Kim MacArthur for Lot Lizards up next with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Takes a second ball, one bounce. So all of the praise I was giving Jeff Millo earlier, I take it all back. Can't pitch a strike to this kicker. Well, there's one. Okay.
Oh, he's losing her.
He is. He is. He got too cocky after plating the first out all on his own. He thought he'd keep at it. Jeff Miller clearly has no confidence in his defense because he's not going to let them play. And there's a little pop-up on the left-hand side, picked up and thrown, and the ball is high. Look at that. Lot Lizards being scrappy.
See, but I needed my guy, the starter at Charger, to be there because he would have put it on the money.
He would have. He would have. Kim Hunt on base.
And they looking for it to be a sub right here. They're going to sub him in and play Charger.
They're pulling out and bringing Tommy Hale back in to the Charger position. Also because Lot Lizards are at their leadoff. Sean Tadgell. Watches the first strike go by.
And it's a great chance. They won't even go that way now because my guy is locked in over here at Charger.
Sean takes a wide pitch. Jeff Miller certainly upping his pitching game a little bit, knowing that he's up against the top of the lineup and realizing, well, we don't want to give these guys some momentum, don't want to let him get him back in the game. Sean with a little bit of a missed foul right there. Did he catch that off of his back foot? Did he miss his front foot and catch it off his back?
No. He just missed time.
Okay, there we go.
It was his regular foot. It was his lead foot.
As opposed to his irregular foot? Are you saying that he is abnormal? 2-2 the count. So a definite battle right here between pitcher and kicker. Sean takes a strike. He knows it was a strike. Beating himself up a little bit for not going after that one. Thought it was going to end up a little bit wide, but it ended up staying right in the zone. And now he's in trouble with a 2-3 count. So what does Jeff do? Throw a strike or, oh, there it is. And he pops it right back to second base, where it looks like the center field is playing in nice and close. Sadler out there, able to make the catch. So now we are at 2 outs. Coming up now is...
In that situation, I would have did what they did earlier from the other team, Lots Lizard. I would have dropped it, touched 2, and got the double play.
That, well, there's a chance that could have worked in a... Well,
There
there
go
you
that
go.
arm.
There
go that
you
arm.
go.
They're cannon.
You wanted to see it. You finally saw it. That is one heck of a throw by pitch intense's Tommy Hale, just launching a bullet across the field.
He is causing hell out there.
And boom. You know what? It's not just the arm that's impressive. He was off balance. He was leaping. He did not have to set his feet, set his body weight. He picked it up, jumped through in the air. That's why his arm gets the MVP. I don't want to give it to the rest of him because I haven't seen anything else out of him. Certainly not to his feet, because all he can do at the plate today is kick into an out. All right, going into the top of the 5th inning. Pitch intense is up 5-1. They're looking to add some insurance, or maybe they're just looking to speed through this inning so they can finish everything up. And once again, we've got Jeff Cornetet on the mound for pitch intense. I'm sorry, for Lot Lizards. Jeff Millo for pitch intense.
Oh!
Called out.
Oh!
One of those bang-bang plays that everybody's going to argue about until the end of time. There's a pretty good chance we'll see it on the replay to see if we saw anything different. But in real time, that's one of those ones that you just can't argue either way. They call him safe, don't argue. Called him out, don't argue. Let's see what it looks like on the replay. Good throw. Ooh. That one may have been a little bit safer than we thought. Nevertheless, coming up now, Legatron himself, Anthony Frenchak. Oh, I didn't realize before, I referred to him as the dad bod of Pitch Intense, but he is the inked dad bod of Pitch Intense. Bam, decent little shot to the left-hand side, and gets under the ball, just not quite able to hang on to it.
This guy's 2-2 today.
He is. Why don't they have him lead off instead of Tommy Hale?
Because they scared of the dad bod.
They're scared of the dad bod. Good work,
They don't know what it can do.
Good work, Anthony. And
Legatron.
now coming up is Becca Lewis. Lays off of that one. Realizes it's going wide. She doesn't want any part of it. May have even been one bounce.
Oh, they still checking out the dad bod.
Oh, yeah. That's a kickball athlete right there, folks. Now, who am I to talk? I'm old and squishy, too. I play kickball. I've been known to take off my shirt while playing. Total distraction technique, but not in the good way, in the bad way.
Would never want to see that.
But
But me, on the other hand.
I think you do. I think you want to see it. And the count is 2-1 to Becca Lewis. One out here in the top of the fifth. Anthony Frenchak on first.
I'm going for the out at 2. I don't think dad bod can get there.
Nope, they're going for the out at 1. They get the out at 1. Anthony takes a step past, doesn't even think about rounding. So he moves to second. 2 outs now in the top of the fifth.
Good throw, though.
Coming up is Kelly for Pitch Intense.
I got to be able to deaden it a little bit
See
more.
if she can make something happen, or if this will just be one of those sleepy ends to the top of the fifth, and see what Lot Lizards can do with the bottom. Give themselves a fighting chance to get back. Lot Lizards are back up to the, I think, number 2 kicker, number 3 kicker in their lineup, so they're definitely in the part of their lineup where stuff can happen, particularly if they decide to get weird. Decent little bunt up the first base side. Here comes Warwolf at catcher, picks up the ball, makes the good throw. Interesting thing about Warwolf, the catcher for Lot Lizards, traditionally speaking, people that tall aren't necessarily your most ideal catcher because, well, there's extra time that it takes to get down, squat down, lean over to pick up the ball. But somebody like Warwolf, Jeremy Wagner, he doesn't let his height work against him. Made some good plays at catcher today.
Stay fundamental sound. I'm tall. I play back there. It's easy.
All right.
It's easy. Once you go through the motion, you stay low, play the ball, make the play. That's all you got to do on any position out there on that field.
Well, and if we want to talk about sports bias a little bit, somebody that tall probably has a little bit of experience playing basketball, and that could be evidenced just by the ball handling skills. Easy pickup, easy dish to first. People ask a lot about what sports are good to lead into kickball. A lot of people say soccer, softball, baseball is a good one. Football is actually okay a little bit.
For your hands.
Yeah.
You got to know how to catch.
Underrated is, of course, basketball, particularly on the infield positions for picking up the ball, dishing it to the infield. So, yeah, there's not really any sports that don't lead well into kickball, except maybe cricket.
You think tennis will work?
Well, if they started giving people rackets on the field, maybe.
Bobble.
So,
Got a bobble at
Nicholas
one.
Hunt gets a little bit of an Irish single and, inducing an error. Strange little bunt picked up by catcher, easily tossed, but first baseman can't quite keep a hand on it. So that's going to be safe at first. And here it is, bottom of the fifth inning, no outs, got a runner on first. Is this the beginning of the Lot Lizard comeback, trying to make some noise? Let us see what happens. Perfect bunt by Matt Graffam. Tommy Hale goes for the out at second. Wonderful throw to 2, just not quite there in time. And now all of a sudden, Lot Lizards are picking up a bit of momentum. Jeremy Wagner, the War Wolf himself, up to kick with no outs, runners on first and second. You've got to think he's targeting the right-hand side. If he can get a good foot on it, get a good launch to the right-hand side, that could be okay. But we'll see what happens. Jeremy Millo is now being shuffled back to catcher. Merchant is off the field, and they bring in Sadler. That is to say, Mike Sadler for pitch intense, coming back in to take over the duties at the mound. So there is a pitcher substitution. See, I'm confused now. They're giving him 3 warm-up pitches. But I'm not mistaken. Hasn't Sadler already pitched this game?
Yeah, but he's a sub pitcher in this situation, so he still get the warm-up pitches.
Okay.
Now
seems a little excessive to me, but hey, who am I to argue?
Now, in another situation, if it goes into the inning and he comes up to pitch again, he don't get the warm-up.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so here's the pitch.
But then it's up to the ref. He asked the ref for a chance.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Ref gave it to him.
It don't hurt to ask.
So Warwell takes a tight strike on the right-hand side, just at the edge and at height. Sadler
1-1.
misses on the left-hand side now. 1-1. Caught the corner. Sadler is abusing the right-hand side of that strike zone by just kissing the edge of it.
And I don't know if you guys can see it, but Tasty Case know what he's talking about too. He's calling all the good calls.
Of course he does. Of course he does. There's a pop fly ball to the right-hand side. Everybody's running to make the catch, and Hunt does successfully tag up and get to third base. So Jeremy Wagner, the Warwolf, does at least advance a runner, but not looking for the kick that he wanted. Again, got way too much under it. But he was put in a position where he didn't necessarily want to kick that ball, but with a couple of strikes in him right on the corner, he was getting to the point where he had to be a little bit less selective on the ball he was going to kick. Now the Sasquatch is up.
And again,
Casey Sullivan.
Again, pitch intent is up 5-1. Take the out at 1. Take the out at 2. Don't worry about the run.
Take the easiest out. Pitch intense, can't afford to give up some runs here and there. Sasquatch going for the bunt up the left-hand side.
Do you think he can do that? I don't see it. I don't think he got the talent to do it.
Well, I think he can lay it down. It's also, I think he's just taking the free base because, well, chances are Tommy will still make the throw to 1. But it could be that he's, well, I mean, we don't even have the tying run at the plate yet. We're still a little behind. Little pop-up right back to the pitcher, and tries to go for the double play at first. Can't quite make it. And there we go. Matt Graffam takes advantage of a little bit of confusion with the ball not on the mound, so he's able to more or less sneak second base. For those unfamiliar with the game, the play is not dead until either the ump calls dead play or the ball is successfully back to the pitcher within the pitching circle. In that case, the ball was lurking around out in the field. Matt Graffam decided to go ahead and grab second base. So, the other Graffam, John Graffam, up to kick. A lefty takes a first strike. And again, John Graffam, he only represents run number 4 for the Lot Lizards. So in addition to getting on base or getting some runs, he also has to successfully get on base in order to get at least the tying run up to the plate. Not exactly the pitch that he wanted to kick, but he does the job. A little bit of a bloop liner, more or less in the infield on the left-hand side, that allows Hunt to score. And so now we've got runners on first and second. Lot Lizards are down 5-2. And coming up to the plate is number 11, Torrey Wood, and he represents the tying run. So let's see if he goes for the big kick to try and kick everybody in, including himself, or if he manages to land a little bloop. Ooh, a little bit high, a little bit deep, and boom, right into the arms of the right center fielder. We do not even need the bottom of inning 5 because Pitch Intense has won 5-2. I will give it to Lot Lizards, though. They never gave up on that game. They never gave up. They were always scrapping. Couldn't quite execute, but they were always scrapping.
At the end of the day, you got all that money on the field. You got to bring some people home.
Yeah.
They had a lot of chances of people in scoring position, and they wasn't executing.
And they did such a great job in that first inning with the unexpected double play to prevent Pitch Intense from scoring at all, I believe, in that first inning.
With the trickery.
With a little bit of trickery. Alas, it wasn't enough over the length of the game because now they have lost 5-2. There's Tommy Hale leadoff, kicking the ball to Sean Tagdell. He would do that later in the game. I'm being told this is the highlight reel, which is not. Oh, there it is. There's that double play. Good cleverness by Matt Graffin. Well, that is it. Those are the extent of our featured pool play games, folks. When we come back, we will be into the elimination round for 2019's Kickball Circuit Cup Championship. As of this point, we don't know who's playing, but you can bet when we know, you'll know, and we'll certainly be featuring one of the games of the round of 16. From there, it's a mere 4 games to crowning a champion. For Avery Floyd, I'm Patty Cullum. We'll be back.